Well, here I am down at the Ausable River, just about to get started fishing. There's generally some bass, pike, and maybe some trout in this river. But one thing I wanted to point out, in the interest of conservation for waterways, you know, I haven't even hit the water yet. You can see the Ausable River in the background. I'm going to have to do some bushwhacking to get at the fish, I think, but we'll continue on that later. Meanwhile, I haven't even hit the water yet, and I'm picking up garbage. McDonald's, Coke, dirty napkins, cigarette packs, etc., etc. So I always carry a little plastic bag with me as I go fishing on our public waterways, but it's important for us to remember, please, fish, different water, aquatic life, are depending on our waters being clean. You know, raccoons come down here to catch crayfish and so on, and we've got beavers, muskrats, you know, all kinds of wild aquatic life and fowl and so on that depend on our waterways. So do your bit, you know. There's going to be people throwing stuff away. Least we can do is pick some of it up. Anyway, I'll continue once I'm done my bushwhacking and see if we get any fish down at the river. Okay, well, I'm not sure how much you'll be able to see me. I just hooked into a decent sized looking smallmouth here in the Ausable. Like I say, we've got muddy water conditions, and I'm using a bright colored jig head. I think this guy might be about ready to find land here. In contrast to a dark leech. We'll just get him in the net. That's a nice fall, late September smallmouth. Decent size. If you were to want a good eating size fish. We'll just get it out of off the jig here and let you have a closer look from the Ausable River. This one is probably about a pound, so again it would be a good size eating fish. You know, notice how light the colors are and camouflage the contrast with the color of the water here. So that's our first fish here at the Ausable, and today is September 26th, 2010. So we'll see if we can get its big brother. Going to put him back in the water here. That's one thing, try and practice catch and release, and don't play the fish too long. Put them back before they're too weak and tired to get back in, and this guy should be alright. Just give it a minute to revive and then let it swim away for us here. There she goes. Alright, like I say, we'll see if we can get its big brother or sister now. Stay tuned. Alright, well, we got another smallmouth on here. It looks a little bit smaller. Just put on one of these Salmo topwater hornets. It's a brand new lure that my buddy Stephen LaRue introduced to me up at North Bay Outfitters in North Bay, Ontario. And like I say, we got a small smallmouth on here. Feels like it's actually smaller than the first one. But I just put this Salmo hornet on here and tried it for the very first time, and within the first cast we got this little smallie on here. So now I know these things work. We'll just get this guy up here. And the net goes. So there's another Ausable River smallmouth. This one is probably, I don't know, 3/4 of a pound. Not the biggest smallmouth you'll ever want to catch, but again, some of these are good eating size. I'm down here at the Ausable River just outside of Lucan, Ontario. The Ausable runs into the Huron River, or sorry, Lake Huron. And I'm getting some okay smallmouth here. So we'll put this one back in and give another try with that Salmo hornet. With the yellow and black and red contrasting colors. Well, you can see it there, it's all wrapped up in my net. But apparently these salmo hornets work all right for smallmouth in the Ausable River just outside Lucan. And let this one go. Bye-bye, fishy. We'll try this again. Well, here I am again at the Ausable River. Pretty much come to the end of my day fishing here. Got a few smallies. Some I wasn't able to get the camera on for, but been switching between bright colored jigs with a Gulp Alive leech, and that's a nice contrast in color that seems to have been working for a lot of these fish, and the salmo hornet, which is a decent lure that was working for some fish as well. Another point of interest, a while ago while I was throwing my line in here, I was approached by a ministry conservation officer, and of course he asked me for my fishing license. So, you know, remember, regardless of what your political views are or what you think they should be doing with the money that comes from our licenses, it is a law to have one, and today was a good example. I was asked for my license. If I didn't have it, I would have lost all my gear and been fined and so on. Anyway, just to cap off the day, we did get a few smallmouth down here, and my plastic garbage bag has gotten a lot fuller from collecting garbage along the riverbank here. So remember, pick up garbage and try not to throw any away when you're down here. And we'll hopefully have more to report sometime soon. And until next time, this is Tom Carrier signing off.